Okay, welcome to a class today on weather and phrasal verbs. Now, phrasal verbs are very important because if you want to sound fluent in English, you have to use phrasal verbs. As children, we learn phrasal verbs when our mums say, do up your coat or zip up your jacket or, in so many different ways we use phrasal verbs for so many simple, everyday movements. And so you have to learn phrasal verbs, you really do. And so let's start with a little introduction to phrasal verbs. You already know some. You know, put your jumper on, take your jumper off. And remember that put and take are opposites and on and off are opposites. So it's put on and take off. It's not put on, put off, yeah, or take on, take off. You've got to say take off and put on. So for example, it's boiling, it's scorching, it's 30 degrees above zero. And of course, all of these mean very hot. Yeah, we're going to do a lot of weather vocabulary as we go along. So if it's boiling, if it's scorching, if it's very hot, if it's 30 degrees above zero, you probably want to take your coat off. Now, this is an example of a separable phrasal verb, which just means it can be separated. You can say take your coat off. You can say take off your coat. You can say take it off, but you can't say take off it. That is incorrect. And so the moral of the story is that pronouns, it, him, her, them, you're not going to use her or them with take off, but perhaps you might say something like, maybe you're talking about picking someone up from the school, yeah, like your kids pick them up from the school, which means collect them in a car. And so you've got to say pick them up. I'm going to pick them up and not pick up them. Pick up them is wrong because pick someone up is separable. And I'll always tell you if it's separable by showing you, by saying take something off, put something on. I'm showing you that you can put something in the middle, and if you can put a noun in the middle, it's separable, and that means that pronouns must go in the middle, okay? So take off it is wrong, pick up them is wrong, and unfortunately, not all phrasal verbs are separable. You get quite a lot of inseparable ones, like look for something or look after someone. And I will tell you those phrasal verbs like that. I'll always say look for something. I'll never say look something for because it's wrong. It's inseparable. Yeah, and so put something on is another separable phrasal verb. So if it's freezing, yeah, which means very, very cold, freezing. If it's chilly, chilly just means a little bit cold. A bit cold, chilly, but it's still cold. Or maybe it's minus 10 degrees, which is obviously freezing because it's below zero. Minus 10 degrees is very cold, but chilly is just a little bit cold. Maybe chilly is 2 degrees, 1 degree, something like that. You might say to your friend, put your coat on. Or you might say, put on your jacket. Or you might say, put it on. But you mustn't say, put on it, because it's incorrect. Yeah, so put on it is wrong. Pick up them is wrong. You know, it's wrong with people as well. And this is what you have to learn, that separable phrasal verbs, you need to put the pronoun in the middle.